Okay, now fast forward to where we are today and what we just witnessed happen between Chennedy Carter and Caitlin Clark. I want to be absolutely clear. No one condones.
This was originally ruled an away from the ball foul, but it was obviously a flagrant foul. It really upset a lot of people.
Chennedy Carter did to Caitlin Clark on that one play. But you have to call a spade a spade. It was a cheap shot. But if we're speaking on what the entire sequence of events were,
Chennedy Carter's career is literally falling apart in front of our eyes. After shoving Caitlin Clark during that game, she's gone from rising star to basketball's most unwanted player in just days. You know what's crazier? Her own teammates actually pushed management to cut her. Angel Reese unfollowed her immediately, and now teams are straight up saying we'd rather have nobody than have her.
Carter shoulder checked Caitlin Clark from behind, knocked her down before the basketball was inbounded. A common foul was called, but the WNBA on Sunday upgraded.
Like the push that was heard around the world has cost WNBA player Chennedy Carter her career.
This is what happens when you mess with the WNBA's golden ticket. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
In the WNBA, but he did not really mention Chennedy Carter at all, and that raised a lot of eyebrows.
Grant won. Sky coach Teresa Witherspoon called the play inappropriate and said Carter and the team will learn from the incident.
You ever see someone throw away everything in just a few seconds? That's exactly what happened when Chennedy Carter put her hands on Caitlin Clark during that Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever game. One shove changed everything. The frustration was building all game. Clark was cooking, hitting shots, and making plays while Carter couldn't stop her. You could see the anger building with every possession. Then it happened. After Clark drained another three-pointer, Carter completely lost it. She delivered that hard, deliberate shove that shocked everyone watching. The arena went silent for a split second before erupting in boos. Fans who were cheering seconds earlier were now screaming at Carter. The energy in the building completely flipped. The most shocking part.
I don't know why people be so surprised. Oh my God, Chennedy Carter deserved a play. Why?
and it was just like one of those things that was in the heat of the moment. You know, I don't know Caitlin. I don't know her from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is hoops. It's competitive.
Clark's reaction. She later told reporters, "I felt the shove and I just thought, wow, really?" You could see the confusion on her face. Like she couldn't believe someone would do something so unprofessional in a professional game. She didn't escalate or retaliate, just pure disbelief. The basketball world immediately condemned Carter's actions.
And you're playing against somebody like me, I classify myself as a dog. So if you're gonna throw a punch, then I'm gonna compete with you. I'm gonna play at the level that you're.
Like, did y'all forget all of the events that transpired last year with her and Caitlin Clark? And then she refused to own up to what she did.
Scouts who were watching the game courtside were disgusted by what they saw. One scout put it perfectly: "I've never seen anything like it. That's not what we want in this league." That statement alone should have been Carter's wake-up call. But here's where Carter made her situation 1,000 times worse. When reporters asked if she regretted shoving Clark, she had the perfect opportunity to apologize and move on. Instead, she crossed her arms, rolled her eyes, and defiantly stated, "I don't have any regrets with anything." The entire press room was stunned. She couldn't even acknowledge what everyone had just witnessed.
They talk trash, and they have the game to back it up. Caitlin was just named Rookie of the Month, averaging 17 points per game and 6 assists.
Tyler Marsh did the press conference. He talked about Angel Reese. He talked about Cardoso, who I think is going to be a star.
Through the league as the top dog in college, and now professional players whom you're going up against want to show you why they are on top.
As if that wasn't bad enough, Carter decided to pour gasoline on the fire. She went on social media and posted, "I love the hate more than the love." With that single post, she transformed what could have been a one-day story into a full-blown career crisis. Teams across the league were watching, and they didn't like what they saw. One WNBA executive didn't mince words about Carter's future prospects. "We wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. It's not the push, it's the attitude afterward that shows who she really is." That statement tells you everything you need to know. In a league where character and professionalism matter, Carter revealed exactly who she was, not just with the shove, but with how she handled the aftermath. Character issues weren't just affecting Carter's reputation with fans and executives. They were destroying her relationships inside the Sky locker room. Her teammates were so fed up that they were actively campaigning to have her removed from the team, even though she was their leading scorer. That's how toxic things had become.
That probably has one of the shortest fuses in the WNBA. Yes, why do I know that? I played with her.
Her filthy thug hands on WNBA player Caitlin Clark. I knew then her future was.
While everyone was focused on the Clark incident, the truth is Carter had been creating problems long before that infamous moment. Multiple sources inside the Chicago Sky revealed something that should shock even casual basketball fans. Her own teammates were completely done with her. They weren't just complaining, they were actively pushing management to get her off the roster. She poisoned the locker room atmosphere from day one Sky coach privately admitted. Can you imagine working in an environment where your colleagues can't stand to be around you? That's exactly what was happening in Chicago. The team culture was completely destroyed by her presence. Here's what's really wild. Angel Reese, who most people considered Carter's closest ally on the team, publicly unfollowed her after the push incident. In today's world, that's the equivalent of slamming a door in someone's face. The bridge between them wasn't just burned, it was completely obliterated. This wasn't just a Chicago problem. Carter's toxic behavior followed her everywhere like a dark cloud. During her time with the Atlanta Dream, she reportedly tried to physically fight teammate Courtney Williams after being called out for not supporting her teammates during games. That's not just unprofessional, that's completely unhinged. The Atlanta Dream didn't try to hide the issues either. They suspended Carter mid-season and publicly labeled her a detriment to team culture. That's not language teams use lightly. After Atlanta, she landed with the LA Sparks, who quickly released her for poor conduct after giving her limited minutes. 3 teams, 3 disasters.
Kennedy alluded to. What we love about Caitlin is the same thing that we love about Diana Taurasi, the all-time leading scorer in the WNBA.
She was signed to the Chicago Sky with Teresa Weatherspoon, with Angel Reese, with Camila Cardoso, and, you know, the rest of the folks.
Now, on this path, there will be some moments, and I think a perfect example is from whom you just saw, Chennedy Carter, but I think also to learn from this situation.
The Chicago Sky's final decision speaks volumes about just how bad things had gotten. They refused to even offer their leading scorer a qualifying contract. An insider revealed the team's stunning position. We'd rather have no one than have her. Let that sink in for a second. They preferred to play short-handed than keep her on the court. But here's what's truly mind-blowing about this whole situation. Carter didn't just attack Caitlin Clark the player, she attacked the WNBA's new golden goose. The numbers since Clark joined the league are absolutely staggering. We're talking a 500% increase in WNBA merchandise sales compared to last season, with Clark's jersey becoming the highest selling in league history. You know what's crazier? The Indiana Fever have seen their attendance explode by over 200,000 fans this season alone, pushing their total attendance past 600,000 and shattering previous records. Television ratings through the roof. 23 WNBA games have topped 1 million viewers, with some of Clark's games on ION pulling in over 2 million viewers. That's why league officials are now discussing stricter measures to protect star players. They're not just protecting individuals, they're protecting their investment in the league's future growth. That front office executive wasn't kidding when they said, in a league where every dollar matters, why would we sign someone who literally attacked our biggest revenue generator? It's bad business. In the end, Carter didn't just burn bridges, she torched the entire financial ecosystem that could have sustained her career.